Joining me now is celebrity and royal commentator Kinsey Schofield. Kinsey, the data is in and it's bad news for Meghan Markle and her new reality series, which was viewed by just 526,000 households. In the first 5 days, it was available on Netflix. You compare that to the 2.1 million viewers that the Sussex's 2022 documentary, Harry and Meghan, got for the same period, and even that figure wasn't great, we've got to say. With love, Meghan is being widely panned and mocked, and we're now even seeing parodies.
Always pick fresh flowers right outside your window if you have a garden outside. You don't? I made these yesterday. I just love feeding people. Oh, I almost forgot. A little flower dust.
Kinsey, we can only hope season 2 will have more compelling content.
Rita, that's Lefty's losing it. Gets more hits than that in like the first half an hour that it's uploaded. Those are not great numbers for Meghan Markle. And I do think that Netflix has to be pulling their hair out right now, thinking about all of the money that they've invested in this pair. And what's the return on investment been? A lot of negative press and alienating themselves from relationships that maybe they could have had with the real working royals who are producing documentaries like Queen Camilla's domestic violence documentaries and Prince William's homelessness documentaries. I feel like they really made a mistake here and picked the wrong horse.
Yes, and they keep picking the wrong horse or horses when it comes to Harry and Meghan and writing them these big fat checks and then being shocked when the returns aren't there. Disney is having its own problems. They're finally releasing the latest adaptation of Snow White, but they are scaling back the Hollywood premiere of the film. Kinsey, why is that?
Because Rachel Zegler is a PR nightmare. Every time she opens her mouth, it's crisis mode when it comes to Disney, having to backtrack. She talks about how this isn't a fairy tale about falling in love with the prince. This is a fairy tale about fighting your own battles. She's so woke, they've gone broke, that basically I don't even know if they can afford the big premiere this time. But you've seen Disney really scaling back on some of the woke ideology that they come to accept over the last few years.
Now, actress and songstress Gwen Stefani has copped a tsunami of hate because she reposted an interview featuring Tucker Carlson on X and praised it for its enlightening, intelligent, beautiful content. The left really are just so intolerant and closed-minded, Kinsey. They think they own celebrities, and if they ever deviate from a leftist viewpoint, they are mercilessly attacked. Some of the comments she's getting are just unhinged.
They are, and she's complimenting a conversation about Christ. I mean, she's complimenting a conversation about religion, a beautiful conversation about God, and she's being torn apart. And you and I both know that the ultimate objective is to scare her into shutting up. So, she's being persecuted, basically over religion. I would expect more in today's society, but, what can she do other than hope that people like us will take up for her?
Well, I think you're so right. They are hoping to silence her if she has any other ideas in this area. But I think it's also a warning to every other high-profile person, whether they're a singer, an athlete, in the media somehow, to not say anything that is anything other than leftist opinion. If you're going to say anything about social issues or political issues, it better be from the left or you're going to cop this treatment. And I bet you there will be a multitude of articles bagging her as well. Just wait and see. We might talk about it on Monday. Now, Taylor Swift has gone to ground. A source has told the Daily Mail that the pop star is in hiding after being dragged into Blake Lively's legal drama with Justin Baldoni, and that she isn't really talking to any of her friends at the moment. Surely this isn't the case. Of course, it's unpleasant for her to be dragged into this legal stoush. It seems like she had very little to do with it, but to be in hiding, that must be a bit of hyperbole.
Well, Taylor and Travis are used to peacocking. I do think it's surprising that we haven't seen them for a few days, few weeks at least. I do think that in this scenario, Taylor was traumatized by the Kim and Kanye fight, and she sees similarities in the Blake and Justin drama and doesn't want to be anywhere near it. And there are interviews where like Justin Baldoni says, yeah, she helped me cast young Blake. I do think she had more to do with this production than she's let on. And this is not a fight you want to be in the middle of.
No, especially when it's your side that's losing, and Blake Lively is losing this fight in spectacular fashion, and for a while there it looked like she'd turn things around. Now, before you go, we've got to talk a little bit about Beyonce. Tickets for her upcoming Cowboy Carter tour are apparently not selling as well as one would expect. Many fans are complaining that the prices are just too high, and Beyonce has even been accused of being greedy.
I am surprised at the amount of tickets that are available, even here in Los Angeles, because Los Angeles is like, you go just because you want to see the other. Remember Meghan Markle twerking at the Beyonce concert? You know you're going to see other celebrities there. But I think it's the country music that's not attracting people. Do you want to pay that much money and not get what you're used to?
Well, it's not really country music.
Girl, I know.
It's not country music. I know she won Country Album of the Year or whatever, and that was a travesty, but whatever you think about that music, whether you love it, you hate it, you're indifferent to it, let's stop calling it country, because she's about as country as I am blonde. Kinsey, Schofield, always a pleasure. Thanks for your time tonight.